Hey guys, it's Karen from A Yarn Tale. I am outside of Miss Purl's, Chicago's newest yarn store, and I'm gonna go in and check it out and see what it looks like. I'm so excited. I'm hoping to get an interview with her a little bit, or at least have a few questions. If it is too busy, I'll just have a quick look around and hopefully show you what it looks like. So when you're in town, you can stop on by and say hello. All right, let's go on in. Hi guys, it's Karen from A Yarn Tale, and I am here with a very special guest. Just want to introduce yourself and say where we are.
Hello, I am Heykamaca Champion, and we are at Miss Purl, Chicago.
Yay! It's the newest yarn store in Chicago, and we are so excited to be here.
Thank you so much.
Oh my gosh. So how did you find yourself here, opening a yarn store in the middle of the pandemic? So let's take it back. So if we go all the way back to the beginning, like how did you first find yarn? Or how did yarn find you?
Yarn found me. I was crocheting since I was 9 years old. And I love to do that. I'm from a crafty family. And then fast forward to adulthood, I was in California, took a knitting class at the local Michael's in Santa Monica. And of course, if you've learned, those of you who've learned how to knit or to crochet, when someone shows it to you, you forget. When you get home the next day, you're like, now what happened? So I came back to Chicago and I could not find a yarn store, but this was before Google too, because this was about 15 years ago. So There was no Google, Ravelry, Instagram, none of that at that time. So I was yellow paging, and you could search on the internet a little bit at that time. So I found a store on the north side in Wicker Park, Nina, Chicago at that time. She was on Division. And I started going there and buying my yarn from there. I loved it. But at the time I worked downtown, and I was also living in Bucktown. We were about to move to the south side of Chicago. We were temporarily in Bucktown. And once we moved south, started having children, stopped working. I became a stay-at-home mom, and so that 15-minute L ride from downtown became a 1-hour commute down the Dan Ryan Expressway. If you're from Chicago, it's like a major traffic jam to get when you get into what's called the Circle Interchange. And so I was telling you that I would eat up my babysitting time and commute time. So that kind of made me think, man, it would really be nice to have a yarn store in my community, because I'm also a chatty Kathy. I love to chat. I love to talk, and I like the community that we get from. That was one of the other side benefits, not just making things, but actually being with people. And so I really wanted to open a yarn store. But then I filled out a business. I made a business plan, had a lot of dreams, but it's a big startup expense. And again, I was in the middle of raising children, so it wasn't.
So when was that? Like, what's the timeline for, like?
My son right now is a freshman in high school, and I was like 6 weeks pregnant with him when I wrote that business plan. So I judge it by him, and he's like 5'5", almost 5'8" now. He's taller than me. But that was about 15. That was so it's been a 15-year time frame of wanting to do this. And in the meantime, two other stores opened in this area, and they were serving the need, and so it was great, and I enjoyed being with them. And then they closed, and so it was like one letdown, after another. And so then you put, time gets away from you. But in the year before the pandemic started, I went back to work. And when I went back to work part-time, I started thinking, what do I want to do with my life? How do I want to contribute to this world? And what are some things that are still on my heart to do? And that kept coming up. The yarn store kept coming back to my mind, but I kept saying, I don't think I can do it. I don't think I can do it. And then the pandemic hit, and I think for everybody, that idea of when we suddenly were locked out of the world, and you didn't have a space to go or things to do, and community became so much more. The champion, thank you. The post lady is here. Thank you so much. When you don't have when community has changed for us, and the stress level went up, and life became so short, when you began to really realize how short life was, I began to think about it again and started, and just a series of serendipitous, steps. And then in May, after realizing that I had made some savings and started thinking I really want to do this, one day this space became available again. I had looked at it before, the space right next door actually, and saw that this was available, and we just kind of went for it. And then once we started, after we signed the lease, we started doing a lot of the repairs and things ourselves.
Well, I've been following on Instagram. If you do not follow Miss Purl on Instagram, you definitely should, because they have been working in this space. They have been working, and it has really paid off. I mean, it's so like joyful and open in here. I mean, most yarn stores, a lot of them are really, it's like your crazy Aunt May who's on an episode of Hoarders or something, It gets really cramped in there, but this is beautiful and open, and the floors are, I'll show you, I'll do a little tour afterwards so you all can look around too, but it is just beautiful. So
Thank you. That has been the side benefit of something that I'm just so grateful for. So many friends and family and strangers even have just stepped up to help and give their gifts and talents, and that's really what knitting and crafting is about. Really, is that's one of the side benefits and fruit of it, is people being able to put in their joy and what makes them happy, and when they're doing that, they give so much. And I feel that in this space of all the people that have put their hands, and all the people that have come through the door. And I've only been open for a week.
Yes.
And everyone that has come has been so joyful. Karen, you have been even sending me direct messages. I mean, we just met today, but she sent me messages and we've chatted online. And
it's so exciting. And then your opening had like knitting celebrities.
Yeah,
I could not believe, you guys, I could not believe that I could not be here on opening day, because like all the people I love to watch and see, they were all here, and life gets in the way. But
Creative Cece came, Darcy Does It, Caleb from Drowning in Yarn, Michael from Peace for Crafts, and it was just, they were all amazing. So many dyers, also local yarn store owners came. Chastity from Die Hard came today. The gals from Firefly were here. Hillary from Nina Chicago actually worked the register for me on Saturday, and so it is love. I mean, just the other yarn store owners have been amazing. Grace from Unknown Fiber, she's a well-known teacher here in the city, and was Knit One, and she came and they purchased from me, they've supported me, they've patted me on the back. It's been phenomenal.
Wow, that's so awesome, and your earrings are amazing. I'm sorry, I did not even notice until just this minute. They're beautiful.
Yeah, thank you.
Oh my gosh, well, I'm so happy for you. And do you have any yarn left? Because it seemed like everybody yarn was flying out the door.
It is good. That's a good thing. That's a good problem to have. But it's been my favorite though. One of the ones that I really enjoy is the Amano brand. It's super soft. I really love that. And then I love all the local dyers that we have here. I have Distortion Fibers from Aurora. It's beautiful. Naima Bond's sister Ananse Yarn, and she's right here in Chicago. Madison and State Fiber Company is here. Knitting Bro, Wild Star. So these are some dyers that you're only seeing online, and you have an opportunity to touch them in real time here at Miss Purl. So.
Yeah. Well, do you mind if I look around a little bit?
Yeah, of course.
I'm so excited. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you
Is
so
there anything
much.
else that you want to add? I don't want to cut you out, then. That's cool.
No, just come see me. Come see me.
Yes,
hang out with me.
please.
Be prepared to stay. I will talk your ear off. I will make it worth your while. And I thank you for all of your support, and just keep sending the warm vibes my way. Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. I'm gonna poke around and see.
Oh, let me move the chair down a little bit so you can get in too.
Okay.